welcome to Stories and Wine Christmas Edition. I am your host, Jen from Your Moment of Jen, and I am here in a Santa hat that doesn't fit my huge head and lots of hair, and I'm wearing fluorescent snowflakes because, damn it, I'm in the Christmas spirit. I'm not, but we're gonna fake it till we make it. Today we are drinking the cheapest wine Walmart has to offer. I do believe it's seriously like 99-cent lighter fluid. Anything to numb the pain, right? And yeah, I went to Walmart today and I'm drinking. Walmart at Christmas. And you know the worst thing about my trip to Walmart is? I had to use the bathroom. There is no level of humanity on better display than in a Walmart bathroom. I can't unsee it. I can't unexperience it. I know a lot of you feel my pain. I'm even festive with my wine glass. I went with the red bicycle wine glass today. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. So let's tell a story. Let's tell a Christmas story. I had to come up with a good Christmas story. Now, last year's Christmas story, I think, actually beats this Christmas story. But again, that's a story I have to tell with friends because the friends that were there witnessing what we now call the Russian Hindenburg, I need them for, crowd noise. But this story is a good story, and I can't wait to share it with you. So grab yourself a cheap glass of wine. Sit down. Take a break from baking. Shit, your mother-in-law's just gonna criticize you anyway. And let's talk. Let's have some stories and wine. Yeah. Okay, so this is a legendary Gulbranson family story. If anyone were still alive in the Gulbranson family, they'd co-sign. This happened when I was 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, we lived in Bakersfield, California in a townhouse. And my uncle also lived in Irvine, California, in a much larger house. I don't know. But every Christmas when we lived in Southern California, my grandparents lived in Chicago, and they would load up their little Chrysler 600, which, if you guys don't know what a Chrysler 600 is, it's basically a Chrysler LeBaron with a hard top. It's literally shaped like a hat on wheels. That's a Chrysler LeBaron. No, wait. That's a Chrysler 600. I've only had one sip, I swear. Any hoodle. So my grandparents would drive cross country from Chicago to Southern California, and they would stay with us. Us being my brother, JK, and my mother and father in our humble abode in Bakersfield at the time. And I don't know why we had hamsters. Somehow we had hamsters. I had a hamster named Jessica, and my brother didn't speak until the age of 5. The only thing he said was "eesh," and he pointed at shit. So my brother's hamster's name was Ish. Well, Ish and Jessica shared a cage until one day Jessica had babies. And I don't know why I named my hamster Jessica. I think I wished my name was Jessica. I don't know. I was in kindergarten. Don't hold it against me. And then Jessica ate her children. It was really quite horrifying. I don't remember much about having hamsters, but I remember Jessica eating her babies. Well, my mom, for whatever reason, felt that these hamsters needed sunshine every day. Like, are you supposed to water and sun your hamsters? I don't know. And when Jessica had her babies, we separated Ish and Jessica so that I would not have to see any more hamster baby eating. And Jessica stayed in her plastic cage that had like a habit trail in it, and Ish went into like a wired gerbil cage. It's all I remember. And my mom would take them outside and put them on the deck, and Ish was fine because Ish's cage had ventilation. Jessica's cage was not fine because Jessica's cage was plastic, and basically my mom brilliant woman that she was, didn't realize that the greenhouse effect would happen to this hamster, unless she didn't intentionally. I like to believe my mother didn't commit hamstercide, but maybe she did. Maybe she was sick of that slut hamster having babies. I don't know. Anyway, greenhouse effect melted my Jessica. Jessica died. So R.I.P. Jessica the hamster. Ish, on the other hand, stayed in his little wire gerbil cage, and I don't know how Ish got out. One time Ish got out, and we knew Ish was in the house because every so often our black lab Molly would be like staring in the corner at attention, and we'd be like, oh, Ish must be in the corner, and we'd have like rabbit poop behind the couch. Not rabbit poop, hamster poop. Whatever. Rodent poop of some kind. Well, my grandparents, when they would come visit for 2 weeks at Christmas time, they would take, JK and I shared a room, they would take our twin beds. And we would sleep with my parents in their bed. And now I'm thinking like a 4 and a 5-year-old in bed with, like, what the hell were my parents thinking? Like, if they were my kids, I'd be like, sleeping bags, you two. But we got in the big bed, and Grandma and Grandpa slept in the bedroom. Well, my grandmother had an irrational fear of rodents. I can relate because I have an irrational fear of birds. If I knew somebody had a bird on the loose in their house, I would not come in that house. Like, my son has a cockatiel that he threatens to take out of the cage, and I literally run for my life into the street. That's a motorcycle. So I get Grandma's fear of rodents. I get it. So we didn't tell her. Like, we literally, my mother literally put us up against the wall, and she's like, do not tell your grandmother that Ish is loose. Just because Grandma would not have come in the house if she knew there was a hamster on the loose. Well, in the middle of the night, we hear this blood-curdling scream. To this day, I don't remember much about being 5 years old, but I remember Grandma's blood-curdling. I mean, it was a murder scream. It was like peel the wallpaper kind of a scream. And I was scared. And because I was raised by a couple of assholes, like, my parents are assholes. Did my father check on his mother? No. Did my mother check on her mother-in-law? No. My parents start laughing, and they pull the covers up over their face, and my dad goes, I think Grandma found Ish, and it was a big ha ha ha. So my parents are literally like rock, paper, scissors to get who's gonna get out of bed and deal with this, and of course it's my dad's mom, so my dad's like, all right, fine, I'll get out of bed and deal with this. So we all follow Dad, and he sees Grandpa in our bedroom with like a He-Man shield and a tennis racket. He's gonna get that motherfucker. And Grandma is literally standing on my bed like curlers, housecoat, freaking the fuck out. Like, she was completely out of her mind, like just shrieking. And my dad's like, Ma, you're gonna wake everybody up. Ma. She's like, ah! So I don't really remember what happened after that, but I do know Ish was captured, I think by my grandfather. I mean, he was a war hero after all. And Ish went back to his cage. I don't remember what happened to Ish after that. When we moved to Orange County, I think Ish met his demise in Orange County. But then my brother was into collecting snails. That's another story. My brother had a Smurf bucket full of snails. If you don't know about Southern California has tons of snails. And Rosie the snail kept multiplying, and our playroom was infested with snails. That was a fun story. Anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. We'll do a New Year's edition next week. I hope everybody has a fantastic holiday. Get drunk. If your holiday is gonna suck, just start drinking until it doesn't suck anymore. And from me to you, from mine to yours, happy holidays, guys. Cheers. Cheers. And don't drink eggnog. That shit's like snot with brandy in it. Just don't do it. You could say there's no such thing as Santa, but my grandpa trapped that bastard with a tennis racket. Then my parents